Alright, Heisuke, let's see you cook. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do mean to have fun and keep it up at all times. Another fun fact. It's been a little bit since I reviewed Sakamoto and like, notably, I always say this in every review, and you probably know it at this point. Not just the fact that I have it on me and keep it on me at all times, but also, it's very hard for me to stay negative over an extended period of time. Usually. But let's just say these chapters have some heavy lifting to do. We're reviewing two chapters today, chapter 225 and chapter 226, and they got heavy lifting to do in order to justify Heisuke 1v2ing. Huh? Or even 1v1, like, once again, assuming the Kuminomi didn't even show up at the end of the last chapter. Let's just be generous and assume that was the case. Yeah, the first attack he had against that guy didn't work because he's immune to Spaguda shots, or at least he's so thick and bulky, the first shot didn't matter. And instead of keeping the whole group together, we're gonna treat this like a horror movie and split up. Okay. So, let's not waste any more time. Let's hop right into chapter 225. Protecting what matters. Oh, Lou. So nice to see you, Lou. This is the longest you've been in the narrative, chapter by chapter by chapter. That's sad. But let's see. You better explain yourself, Shin. Why did you leave Heisuke behind? Lou, stop. Okay. Miss Sakamoto. Ow, because Hana's the daughter. Ow. I mean, like, I don't blame her. Shin essentially just left their boy to get absolutely like, notably, the main thing that gets me is the fact that we have Kendaka here, man. Like, no matter what explanation Shin gives, there's no reason that Kendaka couldn't have just leapt out the truck, grabbed Heisuke, booked it back to the truck, and then kept it pushing. They destroyed the guy's motorcycle. Kuminomi was following, but they didn't even know that. It's like, ultimately, I like, obviously, let me get a little meta-narrative with you real quick. I understand splitting up on like a writing level, right? Because obviously we're in the final arc, final battles, and notably, one of my big issues with Sakamoto Days, and this is, I'm assuming Sugi-sensei attempting to address that. I'm not sure if there's a me issue, or whether people come to Sugi-sensei with this, and that's why he's doing this. One of my big issues was the idea that a lot of the group fights ended up feeling nebulous. Well, not Sakamoto Days. Well, actually, I'll say it. Sakamoto Days and Sugi-sensei are very good at writing one-on-one confrontations. Even 1v2s, occasionally 2v2. Like, what's the one really good group fight? I think the best one in the series, and notably, it works so well because it is actually so staggered into, like, multiple sections of the fight. But specifically, if you remember, Gaku, when he was controlling that one guy, who was really, really flexible and really, really strong for some reason, versus everyone during the assassin arc, or the school entry exam arc. If you remember that fight, that was like the last good top tier, all right, we're going to take a whole bunch of characters, some we don't know that well, some we know very well, and we're going to throw them into a battle, and they're going to jump somebody. That was actually really, really good. And the reason it worked so well is because it was broken up into stages, and notably, each group compiled on their attacks in certain ways. That battle had Maifuyu, it had Toromaru, it had Shin, it had, guy with hat with good hearing, like it had a bunch of different people, and then we obviously had the 1v1 between that guy and Sakamoto himself. So like, there were a lot of things that actually fed into that fight working. The next most relevant one that I remember that I actually like, because I don't like Shin versus the Order. Osaragi versus everyone was actually kind of cool back in the museum arc. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Obviously, I know y'all are gonna be like, oh, Pencil, he's such an idiot. Yes, I am. Obviously, Takamura versus everyone was also really, really, really cool, too. But notably, that also kind of worked because it was Takamura versus everyone for like a chapter and a half. Let's be real. Unless I'm misremembering, the only time 3 or more people were really fighting Takamura was when it was Gaku, Uzuki, and Haruma. And that lasted about a chapter, if I'm not mistaken, before Takamura one-shot Haruma and took Gaku's life. So, like, I can't even say Suzuki-sensei's ever really been the best at group battles, and obviously they excel in 1v1. So that's why this is happening meta-narratively. So that makes sense. On a meta-narrative level. But in-universe, why on earth are we sending the guy whose whole thing is bang to fight a guy who can't get harmed by bang? Huh? Let's see. Lou, stop. You saw it too. The masked guy was invulnerable. There it is! Lou. See, you may not be relevant to the narrative anymore, but you know ball. Let's see. Heisuke could die. Could. In this manga? in this manga, I bet he won't even have a score. Okay, let me stop. Let's see. Shin, what you got? Please tell me he has. But like, what explanation could he give? What explanation could he really give here? Let's see. Heisuke said, "Trust me, just like Mr. Sakamoto trusted me, and let me do my part. I'll trust Heisuke. He won't." So you left the man to die. Okay, so wait. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna bring up an experience. Obviously, if you couldn't tell, I'm actually quite old. So, thusly, I have traveled by myself and with homies before. And I've been in areas with homies before. The amount of times I, or my other homies, have had to reach in and stop one another from making bad decisions, even though we trust each other, is innumerable. The amount of times I've gone to shoot a shot, homie's going to shoot a shot, or just gone and done something stupid. Like, and notably, sometimes I've just watched. Like, I remember there's this one guy who hopped on, like, a zip line, which he really shouldn't have hopped on. Long story short, fell broke his leg. So, like, ultimately, we are not even the best at that. But those are all in, like, safe scenarios where I've been like, hey, bro, Chacho, she clearly has a man who's glaring at you. Please don't walk over there. Or I still remember one incident with me specifically. I was like, yo, I think I can go for a swim right now. I should not have gone for a swim, and thank the heavens my homies were there to stop me. And if you're wondering why, the pool had a net on it. But since it was dark, I couldn't see that. So I, fully clothed, mind you, was about to dive into a pool because I didn't care about the clothes I was wearing. Because I was wearing like a tank top and like loose basketball shorts. I was like, let me just hop in the pool. And my homie grabbed me and said, dog, you will be getting a face full of net. We're not doing that. So these things happen. Those are lighthearted, fun, sweet treat situations. This man Shin heard Heisuke say, hey, buddy, let me die real quick against the guy who I can't even harm. And Shin was like, seems legit. Can I call, like, I have to call him the L-Mans, right? Like, good homies don't let homies make bad decisions. Okay. And I bet that's the only reason he asked. Let's see. Lou, ... ellipses. That's it. Okay. I guess we're getting a little just fake. Okay. Hey, Heisuke, are you okay? You should rest. No, I'm not tough enough yet. I need to get tough enough so that everyone will be able to count on me when it matters. When was this training taking place? Am I tweaking? There must have been some off-screen training, because very specifically, if you remember one of my main complaints about the prison arc, is that Heisuke felt like he didn't get any time to train. Like, sure, he put up a really good fight against Taurus for some reason. Like, arguably even better fight than Sakamoto did. But, like, outside of that, Heisuke really did have a training. Is this meant to be Heisuke's training arc? Okay. He went from kind of being flatlined the entire series. He had one good battle against Kamihate. But, like, that... And now he's 2v1ing someone who's invulnerable to his attacks, and someone who he only beat because an order tier fighter sacked themselves. Uh-oh. I mean, like, he's gonna win, right? Like, notably, meta-narratively, just as I mentioned, ultimately, Suzuki-sensei's at his best when he's doing one-on-one fights. Meta-narratively, Heisuke will win. But the question is, will he win alone? Oh, Lord. Alone, or will someone show up to help him? Because notably, we still have a bunch of open cards in the air. While we do have Kendaka, Sakamoto, Shin, we had Heisuke, Lou, and Granny Mia, who else? Pana, and presumably Ao, all in the truck. And Lou's boy from her group. Yotsumura's still up in the air. We still don't do we actually know the status? Because now I'm confused. I feel like too much time has passed. Unless I'm mistaken, maybe Nagamo versus... Yeah, that's why I'm wondering if we're going to see that still. But Nagamo versus Oki may still be going on. So I'm not sure if Nagamo's up in the wind or if that battle's still happening, so maybe Nagamo's not. But essentially, we have Osaragi, we have Kamihate, we have Shishiba, we have Yotsumura. I mean, like, the kids themselves probably won't show up because they're going to the school, so I don't think we're going to see any of the kids there. Unless they, like, come to meet them halfway and like, hey, don't worry, we'll come out. But even still, like, 4 order tier fighters are still, like, up in the wind. One of them could show up to help Heisuke. And especially if we're going down the 1v1 route, and like, I'm assuming Shin SSA is by like Komoto Sakamoto's side, but we technically do have a spare order tier fighter for each one of our commands. Let's say Or at least, like, does Lou even count as like a bad? So we're really good. Like, say Kendaka needs to do a 1v1. Yotsumura can show up and double team with him, so we can actually see those two fight together for more than 2 seconds. Let's say Shin gets out and has a battle of his own. We have Osaragi or Shishiba who could show up and help him. Possibly Shishiba. I feel like Shishiba would actually be a better dynamic there. But then again, I don't know. I mean, I'd say, but I just don't expect Luna to really do anything, which is bad. But hey, I'm just going to have a condition. Let's see. Hey, Sky, don't you die on us. Yeah, so he really just said, I'll make a stupid decision and ball. Now, notably, I'm a guy who lives but does not die by ball. But, like, rotato chip. Not the move. Not the move. Bro sacrifices homie, you know what? This is like, I've already gave you the explanation. I was trying to think of another analogy. What's like an analogy from anime and manga I can think of? It's like when one person abandons another person and they're like, I have absolute faith that they'll win. And you know that they should lose. And they know they're gonna lose. I guess but obviously Heisuke's probably gonna win. I'm assuming because someone's gonna help. If he actually pulls off the 1v2 here, you know what I'm gonna say. Let's see. Don't you die on us, all right, Heisuke? It's been a minute, you stupid brat, since Thailand, right? Darn! How long ago was that narrative? Has it been like 5 years? Is that crazy? We're chapter 226. It can't have been 5 years. It must be like 3. I'm trying to think. When was that arc? Because that was post the school stuff. I'm pretty sure because Amane was a character who was like actively engaged with the narrative at that point. So that has to be post school stuff. How long ago was school stuff? That was Satoda Sensei's stuff. That must have been like in the 140s. I remember I started reviewing Sakamoto around like the 140s on the channel. So I feel like that must have been like the 160s. So I guess technically it has actually been too long. When did Hio die? I cannot remember. Huh. Let's see. You. Yeah, hey, Sky. You're about to do a 2v1, buddy. Let's see. The magnet lady who killed Hio. Yep. Yo. Okay. Once again, not only does your boy desperately need a cut, like horrific, like your boy is looking rough. And I ain't talking no dog here. Also, I am most certainly 100 million duodecillion% a beard fisher. Y'all can go back to some old videos when I don't have a full beard. Your boy does not have a jawline. I have a round, like, unless I'm mewing, I have a whole lot of face fat, alright? I need to lose all that before I have any sort of a jawline. So, the insult I'm about to make, I know, it's the pot called the kettle black. Let me cook. Where is your jawline at? Suzuki Sensei, where's the line? Why does she look like this? It's like too much, like there should just, like it should be a simple line right here. Like you drew it here. Stop. She looks so goofy. She's like, oh man. I think her hair did get cut. I forget what the context is, but her hair is shorter, I believe. But let's see. And it's so bad because like she looks so much better in this image. And I obviously know that's one of her introductory panels, so obviously she's gonna look a lot better there. But still, showing a much better drawing of the character next to this drawing is kind of crazy. Not saying this drawing is bad or anything, but it's like. It's the fact that there's so much detail in the ear and genuinely no neck. Or at least no jawline here. Okay. The magnet lady who killed Hio. Or maybe Heisuke doesn't have to run a 2v1. Alright. You're in the way. Huh? Hey, demon head. I'm going after Sakamoto. You take care of the oh. I mean, like, the thing is, like, how is Heisuke meant to damage that guy, though? That's my main thing. Like, how is he actually supposed to clutch this if he can't even damage the guy? I mean, unless it was like a fluke. I don't like. Hey, I think you're still cooked. Let's see. But interesting. Kuma no Mi is prioritizing Sakamoto here. Notably, she should just be able to one-shot Heisuke, but like obviously not. But let's see. Oh no. Notably, it was a 50-50 split on me going with a high voice and me going with a low voice. I didn't make the Sakamoto's pull that. He canonically just has a high. Like I feel like I have to fit the cannon. On it. Yeah. But like. I'll just make it higher. I was gonna give him the Toad voice. Hi, it's me, I'm top! But, like, I don't want to grate your ears. I don't know how much this guy's gonna talk for the rest of these chapters. So, like... You'll be spared! For now! But I'll get you! On it! No, I'm too locked in. I'll, don't worry. After the on it, it'll go back to, like, just a high-pitched voice. I have a falsetto. Let's see. Or Heisuke ups the blinky anyway. All right, but whiffs. Heisuke, buddy, you're not supposed to whiff. Let's see. You're not going anywhere. I'm gonna stop you right here. You know what? In most circumstances, when I hear something like that, I would whip out one of two controllers and just press the X button. But like, only Sakamoto days, it just this being the final arc, he actually probably will. Alone or otherwise, he probably will. Let's see. Can't even say kill. Oh, coward. Hey, in his defense, I'm so scared of saying words like die, and kill, and slaughter. Like I'd be dancing around certain words, which I really shouldn't have to. But you know, platforms are platforms. Let's see. Can't even say kill, huh? Coward. I do like how we're emphasizing her like metal hand, because this is essentially the run back for Heisuke's. But then again, I feel like Kamihate versus Heisuke's most iconic fight, because notably I'd say the Hyo fight really just uses Heisuke as like a supporting character, not necessarily a focal point. Hyo was the focal point of Hyo versus Kumanomi, no doubt. So Heisuke's most defining fight isn't actually a run back here, but that's also why I ultimately think Kamihate will probably show up to help him. Like, if anyone's gonna do it out of our, like, side order tier fighters to help Heisuke get through this, it probably would be Kamihate, because, you know, like, the two snipers. But kill, huh, coward. Huh? Why does the wheel feel so heavy? Man, I gotta make a whole separate video on... I better be recording. Please tell me I'm recording. Please. Okay. Sweet. Sorry. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw OBS, and I have two mics attached to it. I have the mic built into the camera. I have this mic that's right in front of me. And for a moment there, like, I see the first audio capture just going, and he just deleted it. I see the first audio capture just going. I didn't see the second audio capture because that's so down low. But it's working. It's working. Thankfully. All right. Let's see. But I have to make a whole video talking about Sakamoto days and its use of civilians. Because notably, I'm not excusing it. I'm not. The museum arc did too good a job. The early series did too good of a job with the civilians and actually making me, like, at least remotely care about these faceless randoms. No, I do not care about these civilians, dog. And I guess, like, obviously since the main plot is surrounding Sakamoto being, you know, backshotted, we're not going to focus on that. But remember Uzuki's whole plotline? Making these people suffer. It's just so discordant, man. But you wanna die that badly? Fine. She reminds me of Lark's-Scene. Kinda. I think it's just blonde woman in mostly male organization. But like, I'm kind of getting similar vibes. Especially considering, you know what is this? Obviously, like, it's magnetism. It's not actually electricity, but very, very interesting that blonde women soloing the organization, very sadistic. I see a vision. Let's see. The only thing is, there's no coup. At least not yet. Not ever. Let's see. If you're gonna croak now, I sure feel sorry for that guy, since he gave his life to save you. What a total waste. I mean, like, obviously he's not gonna perish here, but that is kind of a. I see Kumanomi going bang straight for the heart on him, being like, really? You just go sack yourself to me? For the free? Aye! Let's see. What a total waste. Or Heisuke reminds us why he is a ricochet demon. What is this? So he ricochets the initial shot off the ground. Okay, and notably, this is all after car makes first impact. So it ricochets the first shot off the ground, bounces, hits the collapsing bumper off one of the spitting car tires, then bounces off the ground again. How much? Okay, obviously I know ricocheting like is a thing. How much force is in that scooter, bro? I say sniper. How much force is in that sniper, dog? To be able to do, like, obviously it's just cool image-wise. I love when Suzuki gets really esoteric with the art style and, like, really shows how advanced and crazy and inhuman these characters are. But, like, Potato Chip, how are you doing this? This guy, Peter, how are you doing that? I don't know, Lois, I'm scared. Like genuinely, dog, what is this? But all right, and all that to break off a piece of her ear. Hey, scary buddy, you gotta at least aim for the leg. But then again, she does dodge here, and then maybe Heisuke actually was going for like the neck or the head here, because she has to hit the head dodge. So maybe Heisuke was actually, you know, trying to catch a little body. Obviously not, though. Hyo didn't waste his life. Okay. Talk that talk, Heisei. I thought about it a lot. I'm so sorry. Heisei's voice keeps changing. Let's see. I thought about it a lot. How can I repay him for his sacrifice? And then I realized something. I realized that I'd better live life to the fullest, or I'd be doing him wrong. Huh? Well, you know, that is nice. That is honestly like a true thing. Notably, especially considering life is such a fleeting thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing in my opinion. I love life. Shocker. I like it a lot. But it is such a beautiful and esoteric thing that even it's the thing that always keeps me going, even when I'm not feeling it. Right? Like there are times where, despite how I think I have a pretty fantastic life, sometimes I have my moments where like, man, you know, this is rough. It's a struggle. It's this. It's that. But ultimately, just the fact that I'm alive. The fact that I'm here. The fact that sometimes I can feel sad. Sometimes my body can ache. Sometimes I can get sick. I know there are literally billions of people. Billions. How many humans have ever been alive? Well, how many humans are now dead, essentially? So many people would love to be able to be sick one day. Or wake up with knee pain. Or need to lose weight. Like, there's so many things in life that ultimately, even the negatives are just another blessing, because just being alive is so good. And obviously, I know there are many different people who believe many different things, what happens after you die, or even things that happen before you die, or before you were born. But, and you know, I have my own beliefs. But with that being the case, life itself is beautiful. And I think it's important to note that. Oh, I love how Simba, he's perfectly positioned. He's almost cut off. I love you, Simba. Stay strong, buddy. Stay strong. Hold firm, Simba. Let's see. Huh? Not just today. From here on out, I promise to enjoy life to the max with my friends. I won't let Hio's sacrifice go to waste. His voice changed again. But alright. I mean, I'll take it. That's a nice enough message. And I think it's true, right? You should always enjoy life. That's if there's any narrative a story can push, that'll always make me immediately be like, yeah, you know a little bit of one. That is one of them, right? Ultimately, just living life and appreciating people, right? I say this in almost like every video. Humans are fundamentally social creatures. It's like it is literally built into our DNA. Even some of the most antisocial people you know, they have their person, right? Or they have something that is not themselves that they relate to, and that's just part of the innate like biological need to connect. So ultimately, the best way you can live life and honor life is to live it to its fullest, is to take advantage of every single opportunity, and especially cherish those you have with you. So, Suki Sensei, you jiggle in the soul a little bit. Let's see. Did you even hear what I said? You're about to die. There's a contradiction there, you moron. That'd be real cool, Kuminomi. But unironically, even though you are the most successful Alkamar kid, you haven't caught a body since you. And you could definitely argue, that's spoilers for Digicase, I won't say it. You could definitely argue situational things for why you even beat Hio in the first place. So, Kuminomi, I wouldn't be too sure about you catching this body. No, I think your stats he's saying unchanged. May add another L to the board. It's bad, because despite your dub, you got a lot of L's on the board. Let's see. Oh, all right. He's getting with the divine callouts. Who is this bird? Let's see. El Matador manages to come in and whiffs. Let's see. Whoa, that was close. Thank you, Peace Guy. And once again, his voice has changed. Let's see. Y'all are boring me. You call yourselves pros? How about... Oh, no! Am I gonna give that... Fine. Y'all are boring me. You call yourselves pros? How about less talking and more action? I miss my old Mickey Mouse voice, bruh. But normally, now I think about it, kids just don't watch Mickey Mouse anymore. Like, I was babysitting one of my cousins recently, and they just pulled up videos on YouTube, and I'm like, what is this? I'm like, why is it actually educational? Like, some of them, I was like, oh, well, you know, actually, it was like about animals and stuff. And notably, I love animals, so I was like, that's pretty neat. But back in my day, when I used to babysit my cousins, they'd be like, watch Mickey Mouse. and thusly, I had the voice from Mickey Mouse Clubhouse on loop in my head over and over again. And obviously I'm a huge Kingdom Hearts fan. Obviously I'm a huge Kingdom Hearts fan. So like, I had Mickey's voice down, but I just can't do it anymore. All I got is the, it's me, fellas. Donald. What are you doing in my bedroom? But with that being the case, this is his voice. Because I don't want to ruin and absolutely eviscerate your ears with Toad. I mean, like, I care about y'all too much. Let's see. You call yourselves pros? How about less talking and more action? Oh. Okay, but yo, shout out to Heisuke. With the mid-air, so he gets the sentence off. Heisuke does a one-handed handstand into the backflip to get a shot. It does nothing, but darn. Okay, Heisuke, okay. What is this guy made of, though? Like, even Sakamoto, at least presumably, was somewhat annoyed or did not want to get hit by Spagooter shots. And those are regular Spagooter shots. So for Heisuke's sniper just to be laughed off like this, or at least heavily tanked, very impressive. Dude, dodge much? No way! The beauty of pro wrestling is in taking the hits. Oh, you take all your opponent's hits, and then bring them into submission. I mean, like, sometimes notably, I'm not the big pro wrestling guy. Like, obviously, I know some terms. I used to watch when I was younger. Like, I know like jobbing and stuff like that, and like I know heel. Like, I know a whole bunch of wrestling stuff, despite having not watched wrestling in years. But with that being the case, I don't know. I remember a bunch of wrestling performances where, like, one of the biggest showcases was the fact that one dude just couldn't get hit, like, ever. And, like, or if anything, he'd be, like, so fast that his opponent could never get a hit in. But I guess that is, like, taking all your opponent's stuff, because, like, you can't die. But I don't know. Interesting that he takes that aspect of pro wrestling. But alright. And bring them into submission. Let's see if you can take my hits! This is getting eerily close to not Frieza, but Chilled from TFS Abridged. I am Lord Chilled. Why are they so, I guess because they're just in my falsetto. I haven't even, like, the last time I even watched that special was very specifically the, I think that was years ago now. Was it like 2 years ago? When TFS was going through all their, old stuff. When it was, oh, I haven't watched their content in a little bit. What are their names? I just thought Masako X. I am separately subscribed to him. Lanny and the other guy. The voice of, like, all the characters in the show. The guy who does Future Trunks' voice in TFS, and the voice of Vegeta, Piccolo, I think Roshi? But, like, there are a bunch of characters. Let's see if you can take my hits! But you know what? This guy is actually kind of slow, because his game is dodging. Let's see. Why'd you dodge? Yeah, it's getting too close to... I'm sorry, everyone's voices are changing. It's been a little bit since I recorded something about it. It's my bad. Huh? Sorry. Wait, what? Heisuke's so confused. He's like, I did not sign up for this. Even though you did, Heisuke. Dang, now what? I battle enemies who could actually see my shots and evade them. But everyone who was... Then why did you try to fight him? That was... Yeah. Because you're seeing the video now, at least presumably. I lived. That was the closest I came to almost falling on the back of my chair and snapping my neck. Whoa. But why would you fight him then? Heisuke, you saw that he was bulletproof. That was your first interaction with the guy, and you decided to run once. What is wrong with you? Why are characters in the manga so stupid? Let's see. Oh, but Mickey Mouse is going crazy. Uh-oh. If this keeps up. Oh, do you get it now? Oh, wait, no, never mind. Oh, is it cracking? I'm not sure. I see a line there. Let's see. Oh, do you get it now? You'll never beat us with that antique piece of Kamihata. Especially if Kamihata actually just ends up being the sniper. I bet Kamihata's gonna show up and be like, wield me! And it's gonna be like, huh? Or at least he'll come with like a backup high power sniper. Because I guess I never did think about it. Heisuke actually is wielding a relatively old one. Like, it looks like a hunting sniper rifle, if anything. Versus like the modern artillery we've seen so far in the series. So I guess Heisuke has been long overdue for an upgrade. But, like, it's funny, because there have been so many times where Heisuke could have gotten something. I think, once again, the main example that comes to mind recently is the prison arc, but he wasn't allowed to. He was just there. He was there for the vibes. And the 1v1 Taurus extensively for some reason. I mean, like, W Heisuke, but still. Let's see. Okay, time to waste you and get rolling. Kumanomi, I wish I could believe that. Kumanomi, I wish I could believe that. Let's see. Snap. Okay, pulling the poles. There's a joke I could make here. Will we make it? No. Alright, let's see. Ugh! Oh, but the weaves are immaculate. That's the thing. Come on, you bum! Ugh. But then again, this guy did go high diff with Taurus. Like Taurus didn't one-shot him. So actually, this is... Even though technically him fighting Taurus at all was kind of stupid scaling-wise, with that scaling established, it's actually kind of makes sense. So, like, I take back any negative critiques. Let's see. Not any negative. Let's see. Ugh, what am I doing? Shin's trusted me to handle this. No! You told Shin to trust you. Why did you do that? You did not have to be in this scenario, Heisuke. You have so many other better matchups in the New Order, dog. Why would you do this? I can't let them beat me. I mean, like, for plot, you can't, but like, in the universe. Let's see. I can't die here. Aw, Hio, man. I wish he, like, admittedly, Hio was actually a character we got a pretty decent chunk of interaction with before his fight and then subsequent death. But I feel like we should have gotten more. I feel like Hio, not necessarily is an afterthought, but like, is Hio anyone's favorite Order member? And I think it's just because the Order is full of bangers. Like, Takamura, banger. Nagamo, banger. Shishiba, banger. Osaragi. Now that I actually understand her character better, since people have explained to me in the comments, banger. Like, the only one I could see people liking less than Hio is Kamihante. Because Kamihante feels much more plot device than character. So I'll give you that. But even, like, I know Kanaguri is actually pretty commonly hated in the community, shockingly enough. I've seen a lot of people express hate for him. But, like, I actually think Kanaguri, despite him not doing anything for a while, is also kind of another sleeper banger. Like, the Order, and obviously talking about himself, like, there's so many just banger characters in the Order. Yotsumura, Kindaga, like, banger, and obviously, the only New Order member that actually like is Taurus. But another banger. So, like, there's so many Order members that are bangers. I feel like Hio just falls to the wayside. But, hey, I mean, he's here. Oh, but speaking of here, Sakamoto. I have to protect my pals. Alright. Yeah, it does look like it looks like with all the cracks on it, looks like the rifle's probably going to break. He's going to get a new one. Let's see. Alright, he launches a shot. Hits what? Water? Or gasoline. Let's see. He set fire to the gasoline? No, duh. Well, obviously I couldn't know what it was. So, like, don't come on me. You and me. We're both idiots. Alright. Let's see. You're going down, no matter what. Sorry, but Pencil can't maintain a consistent voice for me, so I can't go easy on you. I'm sorry, I don't want that with me. But, alright. You know what? I will blame... Here's the thing. I'm going to blame every bit of this fight setup being stupid on last chapter. Yeah, I'm going to blame it all on last chapter. So, even though this does hard confirm, we are not seeing the end of... I mean, like, we may cut back to it eventually, but at least if we're setting up these only ones and we're extrapolating on them already, we're not seeing Nagamo versus Oki for a long time. But I'm not going to blame that in this chapter. I'm not going to blame the dumb set. Obviously, this chapter tries to explain the stuff at the start. I'm not going to blame any of that on this chapter. I'm going to put it all in the last chapter for the sake of me being able to... I'll give it worthy. Mainly because I agree with the philosophy that Heisuke expresses here. I do like El Matador. Once again, I'm not sure if he actually has a name. She calls him Demon Head, but like, I do like El Matador. He's funny in the voice. And Kumanomi, like, I have more respect for the character than I did previously. But like, it's just call it a bit of, like, now I just feel bad for the character. Is that sad? Like it's not even that the character like really has a reason to feel sad. Like, she's not a good person, but she just gets done so dirty by the narrative. And I think there's another case where she just will not succeed. So, I don't know, man. I just feel bad for her. But ultimately, solid chapter overall. I give it like a solid... I mean, it has solid choreography. I like the posing. I like the angles. I like Kumanomi's a bum. But then again, this guy did fight Taurus. Like, Taisuke may be like that. So, like, I give it a solid 6. Maybe a solid 6 out of 10. Solid 6, maybe 7, because I like the life philosophy. And I can't, not that I'm taking points off for anything specific, but I think my biases are still somewhat getting to me about the start of the chapter. Just the whole absurdity of the situation and how the chapter goes out of its way to try and flesh it out, only for Heisuke to realize, oh, there's actually a really, really dumb decision that I made on the heat of the moment. So, like, we'll give it a 6. But let's not waste more time. Let's hop right into chapter 226. Oh, it's a bar. Yeah, all right, there we go. Chapter 220. Yo, look at Nagamo. Yeah. As a person who's been trying to get his gains up, Nagamo got that dream definition. Like, notably, today was leg day, so like my arms aren't doing nothing. But there is something oddly satisfying about getting muscle definition. Nagamo, he got that. But wait, are we gonna cut back? If we got Nagamo on the cover, hold on. More than friends, less than assassins. Okay, so this can't be Nagamo then. I'm not sure what. Oh, unless is this going to be like a little bit of flashback? A brief A brief respite from your hectic daily life. Interesting, interesting. I mean, that is kind of what manga is for me. And it's so, yo, I don't know. I say this all the time. Y'all probably like, oh, pencil, stop glazing. It just makes me so happy that y'all enjoy the videos, man. Like, the fact that some of y'all wait for me to upload, dog. The fact that y'all want to hear my opinions. I think I'll just, like, I'm not going to cry. I have rules, gosh darn it. I won't cry ever on camera. Because that will be memed to oblivion and beyond. But, like, I just think about it, man. And I feel bad whenever I have to vanish for an extended period of times. Because just, bad timing, bad circumstances, issues. Like, if you're wondering why these reviews took too long, why this is a double review, and why it nearly became a triple review, it's because I was gone for 10 days on vacation, admittedly. I had an issue before I left on vacation. I actually had six? Was it six? Yeah, I had 6 videos prepped. 6 videos prepped and repaired, fully recorded. They will never see the light of day because my computer got malwared. I was on a different website, got malwared, everything was funky, and I just had to factory reset the entire computer. The factory reset took forever, though, so I couldn't re-record the videos because I had to go literally the next day. So it would have been a 4-day hiatus. It turned into a 10-day hiatus. But then the day I came back, I was sick. And I'm not talking about your general, a little nasal here and there, maybe stuffy nose. No, I'm talking full-blown, can barely speak, sounds like a Teletubby, I was cooked. And I still had work. I have no time off. So I literally had to report to the office and just mask up. So ultimately, everything went wrong. And the fact that y'all care at all, it touches my heart, alright? But let's not waste more time. Let's hop right into chapter 226. More than friends, less than assassins. Okay. We're back in the city. I guess are we not gonna continue Hisuke versus Mickey Mouse and Hio? Or in Kuminoi? Oh, no, we are. Okay. I'll do everything in my power to take you down. You could boomer. Alright. Get a clue, worm. Oh, hey, so this is Mickey. No one's ever set me on fire before. And, it's so funny, because I can't even, I don't think Mickey Mouse has ever been set on fire. Well, actually, make me want the cartoons. I'm thinking Cage Mickey Mouse and Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Mickey Mouse. The 2 main Mickey Mouses I know. Shock horror. I don't think they've ever been set on fire. But then again, I've seen some of those unhinged, Mickey, Donald, Goofy shorts in that one specific art style. They probably set that Mickey on fire. So I guess it doesn't fully correlate. But at least Cage Mickey, he's been chokeslammed. He's been frozen in time. He's been wiped from existence. On 2? No, 1 Cage. So he's gone through a lot. But not specifically being lit on fire. So I guess this actually works. No one's ever set me on fire before. But he's fine. Alright, so this guy is bulk incarnate. Maybe? Is he the bulkiest character in season so far? Maybe. Let's see. It didn't affect him? What's with this guy's durability? That is actually a really good question. Let's see. Are you actually human? Actually, it's a good question. I mean, I would not be shocked if Sakamoto started introducing cyborgs. But let's see. My turn. Don't you go and dodge me now. Hisuke, please dodge. Hisuke, get off his shoulder. We need... Yo, wait, okay. But see, I'm not sure if this is meant to be intentional humor, or this just tickles me specifically. I love that even Hisuke is sweating, dog. Hisuke's like, I didn't expect him to be like that. Why is the bird sweating? Through the feathers and everything. Let's see. Alright, Mickey. A blitz of doom and despair! Were you that close? Hisuke! Why did you dodge? Now I think about it, why are his clothes indestructible too? It's like they heal between... Yeah. I know and notably, I'll admit, the regen thing is so consistent when I've looked through the series that I don't even think it's a joke. I think characters in this universe just do have, accelerated healing for some reason. But it's hilarious to see the clothes go from heavily singed and burnt to immediately back to normal. Obviously, I get why Suzuki says they didn't want to overly draw it. Ultimately, adding all the extra different burn marks would have, taken away from the impact of the drawing. Obviously, the blurred lines already on the arm swing. Already, the drawing is fantastic. I'm not going to blame Suzuki Sensei for not, going overly in detail. Oh, no, I'm not going to do that. But it's funny to see him immediately go from crispified to non-crispified. But darn! Hisuke with the arm bar of doom! Or the clothesline of doom and despair. He does block with one arm, though, at least seemingly. Ooh! Gets thrown. People! Oh? Oh, so we're doing a full scale run back of the Hio situation, where he's not allowed to, fight or do things in certain areas in full power because there are still people around. They're in a civilian area just like they were in Thailand. Let's see. Heisuke? Yo, okay, that's crazy. Using the tip. See, that's some top tier Sakamoto Days quality stuff. Using the tip of the sniper rifle to flip off the ground, literally skidding like he's riding a skateboard, flipping over. Darn. Oh, but he doesn't stick the landing. But still, ugh, ow, freaky. Once again, I can't think. Maybe I do need a reread. Maybe I'm just gaslighting. Maybe the civilians were always just this bad, and I just don't remember. But I swear they were better before. I swear the civilians were better utilized before. And literally by better utilized, I just mean having like more realistic and engaged reactions. Like the civilians here are so stupid. I just don't feel like they can live. Like I feel like they aren't even alive. Or before, at least, I felt they were people, even if they were nameless backgrounds who would never be seen past the panel they were in. Let's see. You should have used those people to cushion yourself. I mean, like, maybe. I don't know. People aren't always soft. And, like, you hit the person on the wrong spot, and y'all both could be in serious danger. So, I mean, like, obviously the ground hurts too. But still. Let's see. If you can't be ruthless, you've already lost the battle. Ha! The jerk! He sacrificed his own body to protect those people after I sent him flying! Funnily enough, I've listened to enough of those mini shorts, those mini Mickey shorts, that I actually know his voice does spike up that high sometimes. Or like the anger does actually leak through that much. So while it is getting very TFS chilled coded, it's not actually too far off from some versions of Mickey. But like, huh? What are you muttering about?
B, we need a death! He's giving you front shots, and he's gonna give me back shots, B!
Let's see. Pisuke, my voice is changing again. Huh? Animals like him? Like I'm talking a dog? Oh no, I'm getting flashbacks. Wait a sec. That's right, Pisuke. I agree, yo. I completely forgot about this whole yo thing. I agree, yo. We've already won this battle. Heisuke? Did you land on your head, buddy? What? But let's see. Huh? That sounded so weird. Let's see. These guys are really tough. There's only one of me. But I've already managed to hold them off. That's a win right there. Buddy! That's not your win. Your win con is to incapacitate them, Heisuke. That's your win con, buddy. And your win con is also not to die, not to stall for 5 seconds. What happened, Heisuke? You were just, last chapter, you were just talking about how you have to live. Heisuke! Stop it! Huh? There's no way I'm letting them get to Taro. Buddy, they may give you back shots. Once again, we're highlighting the fact that Heisuke is alone outside of Pisuke, so like, someone's gonna show up in the album. He's not. I highly doubt he's winning this 1v2. Let's see. Haha! You're really getting me angry. Quit talking like you're such a great guy. You're making me look like the bad guy. Bro, Chacho, aren't you literally an assassin? Not. No, you're a bad person. What do you mean? You look like the bad guy. You are the bad guy. You threw that man into people like he was bowling. Like it was a bowling ball and they were pins. What do you mean you're shocked? Bamboozled. Horrified at the idea that he's making you look like the bad guy. Guys, un poco loco. Come on. Listen. And we're back to the truck. All right, so we're not seeing the end of the battle unless we're cutting back for one page. Let's see. He's gonna get killed. Yeah, and you let him do it. L homie of the year, bro. Let's see. Come on, Heisuke. Please be okay. Lou's like, I don't know why I can never get a nose, and I don't know why either. Why can you not get it? Why did it's basically the way? Like I remember Atari not having a nose. Do other characters here not have noses from a head on? Is it just like a head on perspective thing? An element? No, Kumonomi has a nose. I obviously can't tell the other guy. Heisuke, do you have a nose? From a head on perspective, I can't tell. Nagamo has a nose, or at least like the facsimile of a nose. These are side profiles, so obviously the nose is there. Side profile, side profile. You can see the nose here, but it's part of his mask, so it doesn't count. You don't see the nose here, but it'd be so like tiny. You can see the at least nose band-aid. Nose, but those are side view. Yeah, this one here doesn't. It's funny. Well, obviously this guy's super in the background, so he doesn't have a nose. But she also doesn't have a nose. Still doesn't have a nose later. So I don't know, but Suzuki says it just against raw noses, man. Like this is, it's so random too. I feel like some characters in front facing, or at least pseudo front facing positions do have noses, but sometimes they don't. So it feels weird. Let's see.
Ugh, what the heck?
What's wrong?
Just what we need.
Poiled. Where's your mouth? I know you have one. Dog, what is it? And she still has no nose. She went from no nose to nose to no nose. Krillin, stop it. Let's see.
A traffic jam.
Oh. Oh, okay, so this is the cop guy, I'm guessing.
A checkpoint.
A checkpoint. This is bad. The JA's looking for Sakamoto. No, duh. Let's see.
If they check the trailer, now what?
Oh, Granny Mia? Granny Mia, what you got? What you got? What you cook? What you cook? Let's see.
Hey, good afternoon. We're looking for a wanted criminal. Mind if I have a look in the back?
Yes, I do mind. Where's your warrant? He could probably just boom. Let's see. Is he chewing on bubblegum? Alright, let's see. We're transporting a patient in critical condition. Doctor's orders. Let us through.
Hey, don't mind me. I'll be quick.
Hey, yo. Let's see. Boiled? Boiled's like, we cannot fight this guy since his aura. Ka-chunk. Lady Mia, are you okay? All the women in the back. Where's Shin? Oh, he may be under the bed. I was about to say, where's Shin and Kandaka? But maybe under the bed. Ultimately, though, is having Atari out here really smart? Like, shouldn't she also be under the bed? Like, she's also kind of, like, wanted. Like, I guess maybe not. No, but the new order did want her. Like, Oki's very specifically grabbed her. That's where Tanamato first got hit with Shin's command. Just as he says, I forgot. But, like, okay. And Granny Mia. Okay, but Granny Mia is presumably, like, I guess, did they hide Sakamoto under the table then? Or Shin Sakamoto and Kintaka just shoved under there? That's funny, just the idea of how it can look. But if she's on the table, where is they? Where are they? Let's see. Come on. Leave. Okay, so they're not under the table. But they're hiding behind the table. Alright.
Sorry. You're good.
Alright, so they made it past. So releasing me. Or not? Beep, 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 beep. Darling. Sakamoto's vitals. You couldn't wait 1 second? You couldn't close the door at least? Really? I mean, like, obviously convenient timing. But I guess someone has to fight this guy, but alright. Sakamoto's vitals. Alright. Sakamoto. Oh, so she was literally laying on top of him. Alright, I guess they had to. But I guess maybe that's why, because she was putting too much pressure on his chest. That makes sense. Especially considering he did get back shots, you know? And I'm not speaking from any experience here, but like, it's pretty hard to walk or lay down after those. What's it? Whoosh. Oh, what is this? Oh! Bro, he immediately he was like, what's good, bro, Chacho? Y'all think I know this? Y'all think I know who you are? Man, I gotta give him headshots right now. I heard he already got some back shots from the big boss upstairs, but what if I gave him some front shots? I won't even look him in the eye when I put him down. Alright, darn. Why is this actually kind of a hard panel? I ain't gonna lie to you. Huh?
Freeze. You sorry excuses for assassins.
And he's still yamming on that gun, bro. This guy
is no ordinary cop.
You don't say! You don't. Stop! Hammer time. Okay, but immediately burning that? Alright, I see you. What is this? Hand on the window?
What?
Okay. So it was a trap. It was this wholesale trap, I'm guessing. But all these guys were from the JA? Well, I think, did Sakamoto still have a bounty, maybe? Are these random civilians, or are these all, like, disguised JA members? Let's see. No! This whole checkpoint was a trap! Oh, but it's hard to, like, this guy, he doesn't look like he even knows what's going on. Let's see.
The cop thing caught you off guard, right? I get it. When I wear this uniform, I get so amped up to fire my spagooter in the name of justice.
In the name of justice! You actually mean justice. Let's see. Gak? Who's gacking? That sounds so bad. Let's see. Wait! Do my... Wait. It's better.
Do my eyes deceive me? Well, butter my behind and call me a buttermilk biscuit and put some gravy on me. Is that Lou Shout, whatever her last name is, actually doing so?
That's a can of beer. No wonder she went gack. She downed the thing in one shot. But
is that Lou Shout? What?
Lou! Shin, go! You take care of the boss. Out in the Hana. Hick.
As I do declare, this stuff ain't fair.
Even Kendaka, fastest assassin alive, my foot. How do you keep getting blitzed by these random? But
regardless, butter my big bodacious behind and call me a biscuit. Of all the things that are on my bingo card, this sure wasn't one of them. Well, golly gee willikers, fellas, when was the last time she fought?
Was it not the International Assassins arc? I'm sorry, I recently made that mistake in a video. Everyone was like, pencil, there is no International Assassins arc. The criminals, the whatever it was. I'm gonna look it up, because I don't want to get memed on again. Because I swear that whole comment section was, well, pencil, actually, there isn't an International Assassins arc. Y'all know what I meant. Well, probably not. You'll probably actually, because there actually is a manga with an International Assassins arc, so y'all rather like, pencil, why are you referring to Sakamoto Days in the context of Chainsaw Man? My bad. I was definitely talking about booty cheeks. To my big bodacious buttermilk booty cheeks, guys, right? But what was it called? Criminals arc Sakamoto Days. Let's see. Story arcs. Death Row Prisoners arc. There it is. There it is. The Death Row Prisoners. I don't know why. I think it's because they came from overseas, right? I'm not tweaking, right? Were they in Japan? I could have sworn they all came from overseas, and then they appeared in Japan. That's why I think why my brain went International Assassins arc. It's the Death Row Criminals arc. That's where a part is from. Is a part dead or alive? I don't know. I haven't reread that part of the manga in a while. I forget if he died or not. I have no idea. But a part is from that. Dump is from that. I think it recently got animated, right? Because they're in the school test arc now. So I think the International Assassins. Not that I said it again. The Death Row Prisoners arc literally did just get animated. You should probably watch that. Will I? Nah. But Lou, it's literally been that long since she fought anybody. I mean, it's fun. Like, that's the thing. Because this cop guy is such a random, even if I will admit, he did spawn a pretty auspicious amount of aura with this one panel. Like, that actually is a crazy amount of aura here. Hit up in it immediately. Obviously, he didn't fire because, Sakamoto can't die. Titular character. But still, him up in it real quick, real buttery, real smooth. He got a bit of aura, but he's nobody. He's absolutely random. So, like, sure, he was meant to join the new order, like, new recruits. The recruits that Oki was so confident. Whatever. It doesn't matter. He's a random. So I guess setting up against Lou is fine. And this is one guy, so I guess maybe Lou doesn't need a jumping partner. Unless we are going to establish that Lou hasn't fought for, like, that may actually be, like, 4 or 5 years. Like that's early Sakamoto Day stuff. Like, was that like, in the 50s? Ugh. So it actually has been a long time since Lou's actually done anything relevant in combat. So, like, maybe she's gonna need an assist from, like, an Osaragi type character because girls, and also because this guy's actually meant to be some sort of comp. But all right, Lou popping up and popping out. Still relying on the alcohol, I see. But I mean, gimmicks are gimmicks. Good to see her actually fighting. The only thing is, though, y'all, like, unless Boyle starts running over people, y'all are still in a traffic jam? How are you going to get out of this? Like, thank you, Lou, for telling Shin to go, but unless Suzuki Sensei forgot what he set up in this chapter, they can't go anywhere. Everyone's still here. So, I'm happy Lou's cooking, I guess, but, like, lady, hate to tell you, but you aren't going far, and neither is your crew. But do I give this a W chapter? I like Lou fighting again so much, but I think that's my bias is speaking. I'll give it. Yeah, we'll give it worthy. A 10. I think this is like a 5 out of 10 chapter. I don't think I actually like this chapter as much. Because I mean, like, the guy has aura. But once again, we're set up a fight. It's seemingly getting kind of interesting, getting kind of heated. We cut away. No doubt, we're not gonna finish this fight now. But, like, same issue. No Nagamo versus Oki, but that's not an issue. But essentially, I mean, it's the Nagamo versus Oki problem, right? We set up a battle. We start it, we get a chapter and a half in, then we just cut away. Cut away in the midst of it heating up. Quite literally in this case, you know, the whole fire thing. And that's kind of unfortunate. Heisuke's sudden willingness to just be able to, counting as holding them back is a win. It's kind of weird and funky a little bit. And this while the setup is cool here, and I like how Granny Mia was used, and ultimately how it makes sense to talk about it was like a trigger here, and how this whole thing was like it's a pretty smart play. It's just like it's fine. I think I'll give it another, like, maybe I bumped last chapter up. This is a 5. I think this is a 5. It's a solid 5 out of 10. You know, right in the middle. I like the twist. I like the beginning. The middle is it's So overall, it's a solid chapter. A solid pair of chapters. If you're not seeing this video, the Struggle video, please do me a favor and leave buttered biscuit. Yeah, why not? Leave buttered biscuit in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you hit that little, itty bitty, tiny notification bell, because trust me, you will not get my videos otherwise. Even some people who do have the notification bells on don't get my videos. So if you want to have them, hit that notification bell. Make sure you don't miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, you're going to have a Patreon down below where you can support me for as low as $1, the things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. Also, now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. So let's conclude the live reactions to this season to review as variations of all my videos. If you become a $12 Patreon or $12 member, you can order whatever video you want. Also a link to my Ko-Fi in the description below. And drop 5 minutes for a short video. Don't have a small video or any beats at all. Any support is always greatly appreciated. Now, I'd like to thank you so much for watching. Once again, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is Zach with the Pencil, writing off.
I would like to give a thank you to our sketch tier members: Eternal Flame, Rebel 4765, Astro, Glacier XZ, Zara, Brandon Payne, J2MA, Guillaume, Buddha Uda, Alex Kenny, Enzo, Plant Crone, G Prosper, Swift Strike, Strikeman, and Autumn Mornings Lazo, Kree Panem, Super Flame Zero, Yuki Ally, and Azo2404. Then I'd like to give a thank you to our line art tier patrons: Sean, Midnight Lord 21, Kevin Encarnacion, Dread Zoen, A+A, and Victor Raji. And then I'd like to give a thank you to our ink tier members: Austin Wimberly, A Uchiha, and Shrimpo the Shrimp. With a long, juicy, thick, hefty thank you to our digital art tier members: J Warrior and AZ Void. And I'd like to give a thank you to our colored art tier patrons: Joaquin Munoz and Joaquin Munoz. With a final Ganshuin legendary super grumdeliumptious thank you to our glorious, legendary, handsome, costume glazing king, Calvin Elder.